Hello everyone, I'm Sejal Agrawal and today we are going to break down three major stories shaping India right now. So in our first story, we'll have a look at how quick commerce is shaping India's grocery and food delivery space and who is winning the race. In the second story, we'll see the shares of Orient Electric surge sharply after a bulk stake sale by a BlackRock-managed ETF, and we'll unpack why the stock reacted this way. And finally, in our third story, SEBI is reviewing the Basic Services Demat Account facility to make investing easier for small investors with several proposed changes aimed at improving the financial inclusion. So let's dive in and know about each story in detail. So first we'll talk about the Blinkit news. According to recent Bank of America survey of over 1000 users in early November, Blinkit emerge किया है इंडिया का सबसे ज़्यादा preferred quick commerce platform chosen by 31% of respondents ahead of Swiggy Instamart at 19%, Flipkart Minutes at 14% and Zepto at 12%. बट अगर हम मल्टी ऐप यूसेज की बात करें तो वो काफी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है 53% ऑफ यूजर्स सेड दे यूज ब्लिंकिट 48% यूजर्स यूज करते हैं फ्लिपकार्ट मिनट्स 45% Amazon, 43% Zepto and 41% Swiggy Instamart. अब ये दिखाता है कि while Blinkit leads in preference, platform loyalty remains fragmented. Grocery remains the core use case. 40% use these platforms for full monthly shopping. 37% is impulse or unplanned buys, and delivery speed and discounts are the major drivers at 35% and 22%. फूड डिलीवरी की बात करें तो स्विगी ने इस रेस को लीड किया है विद 33% यूजर प्रेफरेंस while Zomato has 29%. Regionally देखें तो स्विगी dominates the south 42% and Zomato leads in the western India 37% and outside tier 1 cities preferences are nearly equal. Now why this matters is because quick commerce mature हो रहा है इंडिया में. Blinkit lead shows कि speed and convenience they are becoming the table stakes, and while food delivery remains highly competitive, players need to continuously innovate to retain users, manage cost and maintain market share. Now, the major risk is that the user preference does not always translate into profitability. So, there is high operational cost in quick commerce and regional fragmentation also remain as a challenge. And now let's move to the second story for today, which is about shares of Orient Electric, which is a CK Birla Group company. It jumped as much as 20% on NSE, and this happened after iShares Core MSCI Emerging Market ETF sold 12.63 lakh shares, that is 0.59% stake at an average price of 164.45 rupees. Orient Electric manufacture करते हैं electrical consumer durables, lighting, switchgear products with factories in Noida, Faridabad, Hyderabad and Kolkata. अब मेजर सेगमेंट्स इंक्लूड करते हैं इलेक्ट्रिकल कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स जो कि है फैंस, कूलर्स, गीजर्स, होम अप्लायंसेस एंड लाइटनिंग एंड स्विच गियर्स. क्वार्टर टू के रिजल्ट्स की बात करें कंपनी का, सो देयर वर गुड रिजल्ट्स. नेट प्रॉफिट जंप 15.5%, रेवेन्यू अप बाय 6.4%, इलेक्ट्रिकल कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल स्टेबल एट 440.9 crores and lightning and switchgear was up by 18.6% at 261.17 crores. Now why this matters is because कि स्टॉक सर्ज हुआ जो वो दिखाता है कि कैसे बल्क सेलिंग जो लार्ज ईटीएफ्स करते हैं दैट कैन क्रिएट मार्केट अपॉर्चुनिटीज. वाइल जो कंपनी का फोकस है ऑन एफिशिएंसी प्रीमियमाइजेशन दैट इज इंप्रूविंग द फंडामेंटल्स. अगर हम रिस्क पे फोकस करें तो ईटीएफ ड्रिवन वोलेटिलिटी शॉर्ट टर्म हो सकती है बट मॉडरेट ग्रोथ देखने को मिलेगी इन द कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स एंड इंटेंस कंपटीशन कुड अफेक्ट द सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ द गेन्स. And now let's move to our third and last story for today, which is that SEBI has proposed changes to basic service demat accounts to improve the ease of investment and operational convenience with public invitations for comments open till December 15, 2025. Now, what is the basic service demat account? So basically, it's a special simplified demat account for investors with small portfolios. Annual maintenance charges इसमें waived off हो जाता है if the holdings is less than 50,000. Now the major proposals जो SEBI include करना चाह रही है, that is ZCZP bonds को exclude किया जाए from the portfolio valuation because they are the non-tradable and non-redeemable bonds. Then the delisted securities, they should be treated as suspended securities because no active trading is done in that. Then illiquid securities, they can be considered for eligibility using a specific mechanism, but still they are illiquid. And then quarterly reassessment of eligible accounts for conversion to BSDA and digital consent by email or authenticated channels are allowed. Now why this matter is because कि ये changes की वजह से financial inclusion काफी ज़्यादा increase होगा and operations काफी ज़्यादा simplify हो जाएंगे for the depository participants and make small investors more eligible for the PSDA benefits. Now the major risk is कि ये proposals are under consultation and final rules may differ. Operational complexities की बात करें, so they are handling illiquid or delisted securities, that remains. And that's all for today's market wrap. And here we covered three updates majorly. Firstly is quick commerce and food delivery where Blinkit is leading, Swiggy strengthens, but multi-app usage में काफी ज़्यादा high competition है. Orient Electric जहाँ हमने देखा कि ETF selling की वजह से volatility create हुई, but the company's improving fundamentals and premiumization strategy support the long-term growth. And lastly we covered SEBI BSDA reforms जिसका aim है mainly financial inclusion में and to make things easier for small investors. And that was all for today's edition of Daily Market Rundown. Which of these trends do you find most impactful? The rise of quick commerce, the ETF driven stock moves, or the SEBI reforms? Let me know in the comments below. And for more such deep dive videos on the market related news, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.